This is my third WE event I've attended now.
This is now my fourth event.
I'll be honest, I love coming to this event.
I haven't been to any other event like this before.
Every time you come, there's always somebody really interesting that you kind of spend the evening talking, and the food's really good. Just saying.
Hashtag. Women Empowered is a volunteer-run initiative, and we hold events such as these 3 times a year. There's no membership requirement, and we are open to all. We always encourage men to attend and have a male speaker at each event so that we can have a balanced discussion. The aims of these events is twofold. One is to bring interesting speakers and their stories on a particular topic to anybody who wishes to hear them. We hope that through these stories, you will be inspired, encouraged, and engaged and motivated to do whatever that special thing is that makes a difference to your life as you see it.
So in terms of entrepreneurship, which is what today is about, I'm really interested in finding out how people have really made it to the top.
It's been there, isn't it? Make cash. Perfect. That's how I make my money, guys.
It seems to generate a spark and people get something from it. And listen, if I was inspired that way when I was setting out originally, it would have been worth its weight in gold.
I think entrepreneurs are very comfortable with uncertainty and risk. I think entrepreneurs are quite passionate. They uproot trees and they break through walls.
Sometimes it's easy to think about an idea. It's another thing executing it.
The difference between an entrepreneur and a non-entrepreneur is an entrepreneur has ideas and acts on them, and a non-entrepreneur has ideas. And that's the point. It's all about acting on your ideas.
This is also an excellent place to meet new people, like-minded people, or those of a completely different mindset.
I love women being empowered and women from all backgrounds.
We are a networking platform in a friendly place to make new alliances, friendships and collaborations.
We had some established brands, people that have been doing it for 7-8 years.
I've set up 3 different businesses starting in 1987.
And then you had a newcomer, a new kid on the block, just launched 9 weeks ago. So I think it was a good, diverse stage for entrepreneurs.
I think it's particularly important because it gives women a way to be inspired by hearing the amazing stories and how women have overcome challenges. In fact, they're daily challenges that we all face.
Like feeding, looking after our children, or even husbands like myself. Do you know what I mean? And just having that encouragement and seeing other people doing it just makes it that much easier for you to then think, you know, if that person can do that, I can maybe do it in this field.
If you think you have a business and somebody will pay you for that product, that's when you have a business.
I think inspiration is required daily, and I don't think there's enough forms of inspiration.
If you have an idea, you need to connect with it. You've got to have that fire in your belly, and you've got to really be behind it 120, 250% that, you know, you're going to make it work.
Everything is teamwork. If you don't have people that believe in a vision and that kind of want to go on that journey with you, it's not going to work. Nobody can do anything on their own.
Anything you want to take to a level where you want to escalate things, platforms like Women Empowered makes a lot of difference.
And this is where best to be, to meet other people that see the same, have the same ambition and drive as you.
Come along. I've obviously just thought it's a networking event. As I've found out about individual stories, it's given me inspiration and ideas around that, you know, the dedication and determination. That if you put your mind to it, you can succeed anything.
Most of the time we're talking about anything, there's a certain element of winging it, because you don't know everything, and you're not meant to know it. You're just meant to know enough to get you going, and with experience you learn an awful lot more, and by then you don't need to wing it so much anymore.
I think any platform that shows the importance of women is great. I don't think women actually get enough praise these days.
So I think there are 2 elements here that guarantee a person's success. When they have equal opportunity and when they have self-belief. And when I think it comes to the issue of women, for so long we haven't had equal opportunity. And as a result of that, many of us also haven't had the self-belief. And obviously that has changed a lot in our generation, but we still have a long way to go.
Everything today's world is all about women now.
I'm so impressed by the caliber of the women in the room. You know, the audience is inspiring. You know, these are badass women on a mission, and it's just great to see them all together.
I think it's really important for men to engage stage with Women Empowered.
The last time I came here, it was a kind of very surprising experience meeting so many entrepreneurs who are women, the achievers basically. And truly as a man, you get inspired by those women.
I don't think that if there's more opportunity for women, that means that there's less opportunity for men. I think that actually there's a wonderful Margaret Mead quote, which is, when you liberate a woman, you in fact liberate a man. Because actually when we have a world full of empowered women, men will be elevated to a whole nother level that they didn't even know was possible for.
I know it's predominantly targeted towards the women, but I think it's great for the men to attend as well, so it kind of gives you an insight of the women's world, of how they've kind of had their struggles, or how the equality is not quite there sometimes, if you like, and it's just really fascinating, and I think it's brilliant.
A lot of time we have to start being daggers and begin to be believers, but we have to start with ourselves. We are the biggest daggers we have getting our own way.
What I love about this particular forum and why this is important is because the people come off the stage and then mingle, and they allow you to brainstorm with them, and there's a lot of collaboration that goes on.
And I really do think that what we need is women in all areas to kind of be fearless, so that you then pave the way for the next generation. Because sometimes it's not just about you, it's about what you represent for the next person coming along.
There's not a lot of places where as an Indian woman you can come into a community and literally speak to your community in a place where you're not being judged or people are finding you inspiring. It's very different, let me tell you, because if the audience was a little bit older, I'd be hearing all about, oh my God, you can't do that. Whereas here, I can say what I want, and I have to say that I love that, and I love coming to listen to people here.
I always learn a lot from coming to these events.
Somebody tells you you need this much money to get it off the ground, you need to triple it in your mind. There are lots of sharks in between.
I would recommend this to everybody and anybody, especially those who are starting out in business, who want a career change. It could be anything. Someone who wants to try something new and venture out in different areas. 100% recommend it.
It's definitely something I would recommend to anyone who's interested in learning more about themselves and learning more about what it takes to empower not only themselves but also other women.
I love what I do every day. What does it mean as an entrepreneur? As an entrepreneur, it means that I had to learn certain things about myself that I didn't know before. Being an entrepreneur is so much about who you are, not who you're not, who you are. It's so much about growing within you, and the only barriers to an entrepreneur, and this is absolutely terrifying, is how much you're prepared and how high you're prepared to aim, how big you're prepared to make your pie, how much you want to take on the world. That opening within yourself is what leads to success outside of yourself.
Events like this can only make you see yourself to a certain degree and see how you can achieve that thought that you had in the back of your mind.
Do it! What are you sitting on your idea for? Just do it!
I always look for one thing and that one message, that one line from this event. And today's one was one thing that really stuck in my mind is stick with what you're doing and just do not give up. And that applies to everything and anything in life, and especially in business. Just do not give up, whatever you do.
We will not give up. We would do whatever it takes to explore every single option so we have no regrets. This is my thing.
If you know what your values are and you know who you are, you always know in your gut what's right and what's wrong. Pursue to the end of your ability, because it will always pay off.
In addition to our main events, we have an online blog, a charitable arm where we ask people to donate their time, and also a discussion group. For we to work, we need you, and ask you to visit our website at www.womenempowered.co.uk and get involved.
Of course, we rocks! Best event ever. I love it.